You gotta destroy
You lose your little mind in my dead lights. Like all the others. Like all the others.
Hey guys, welcome to Horror and Me. I'm your host, Aaron Mitchell, and welcome to the Purging Episode 3. For today's video, I decided to go with specifically Distinctive Dummies figures, and even more specifically than that, the little box single figures. If you guys collect them or know about Distinctive Dummies, they, for a long time, were doing them mainly in like clamshells. But for space reasons, as you guys know, for clearing out some of these shelves, I decided to go specifically with those single figures in the boxes. It's been a while since I've even looked up what values are or why, or like what they're currently selling for. So again, for the inventorying, for insurance reasons, we're going to take a look at them today. So I picked out a few of them, about 8 of them for today's episode. So let's not waste any time. Let's just jump right into it. So the first one I decided to go with today is the 3-pack Halloween 3 Season of the Witch DD pack with the 3 kids, the witch, skull or skeleton, and the pumpkin kid. This was limited to 60 figures, and I have number 25 of 60. Let's show you guys the back there. When these first came out, they were going wild. Everyone wanted them because there wasn't anything from them. Now that NECA is bringing out a retro 3-pack as well, I have a feeling these have gone down a little bit. I haven't looked, but maybe not yet, but when they do come out with the NECAs, these might have gone down a little. I'm not really sure, but let's take a peek online and see what the sold listings are for this specific one for most recent sales. So, let me just type it in here. DD Halloween. Let's see what pops up. Okay, so, wow. So it looks like this set sold, let me move it back a little bit. This set sold February 7th, which was what, yesterday? Excuse me, for $90 plus $26.47 shipping. So what, $115? Something like that. And I think when these first came out, they were actually, I think it was 120 or 125 for the original release sale of this. So that seems a little low to me. I know it's sold for hundreds before, but again, it's only what people are willing to pay for it for this particular one. So I'm going to go solid $120 for this because I think that this is like a really good price for that. And I think that most people would pay that for this specific piece. So I'm going to say $120. That might be a little low, but for today's purposes, that's what I'm going to put it as. So let's do it as DD Halloween 3 3-pack, and I'm going to go with 120. So we're going to move that into the bin. I think this episode is going to wrap up this first bin, and then the next episode we'll be moving on to a fresh, brand new bin, and slowly making our way through the room. So I'm excited about that. Up next, and the one I decided to do is going to be the Daniel Chalice from Halloween 3 as well. So this is the cop. You guys can see. Now these are going to be the larger scaled ones. These are 8-inch figures that we're going to go through next. But this one was limited to, this one's also 25 out of 60. So I'm going to place that one there. And we're going to take a peek and see if we can find this one. Let's see. I don't know. I might have to go back further. Let's see. I want to customize. I want to go back further than what it's showing. Let's see if that works. Alright, so I'm not seeing any sold ones recently for this one. So let me go in. Let's just see what people are asking for it. And then we'll kind of determine if that's even realistic or not. Okay, I'm not seeing this one at all listed right now. Halloween 3, let me try that. I am not seeing this one listed right now, and I'm not seeing any sold ones for it. So I'm going to go with the base price of what this originally sold for, which was $85. So I'm going to say this one sold $85. So DD, Halloween 3, Dr. Chalice. Or Daniel. Yeah, Dr. Daniel, whatever you want to call him. Chalice. I'm gonna say 85. I think that's fair for that. So let's put that away. I just want to make sure my results are like proper in here, because for some reason I thought I should have seen one by now, but usually it's not that difficult to find these. So US only. And I'm just doing these by US prices, so you guys know. Okay, up next. This one is the Dr. Loomis from regular Halloween. This was also the same one that was put in the 2-pack one. I had the 2-pack. I sold it not too long ago over Christmas. Somebody that really wanted it. I had held on to it for a few years. I was happy with getting rid of it. It'd still be cool to have it, but at the time, I needed money, and I was happy to make another collector happy to be able to get that piece. But the reason I got rid of it is because I did have this Loomis, so that was okay. This one was an exclusive for L&L Collectibles out of Philadelphia. Is it even numbered? Mine is not numbered, but mine is customized from Martin. As you guys know, I'm friends with him. He wrote on the back, "To Darren, my #1 man in the U.S. Best wishes, Martin from DD." So I would obviously never sell this one, but this is for purposes for me to keep, as you guys can see. So I will set that down, and we'll take a peek at it. I'm looking here right now. The last one that sold was yesterday for $250 plus $10.90 shipping. So $250 for this figure is pretty crazy. The last one prior to that was January 11th for $160 plus $12 shipping, so $172. And before that was $150 plus $160. So I'm going to go right in the middle. So that was $170 and $250. I'm going to say that's a $220 figure. I think that's fair for that. And for some reason, everyone seems to want this one. DD Halloween. Dr. Loomis. I'm going to say $220. I think that's fair. So we'll set that down and move on to the next one. Next one, let's see, is going to be one of the first ones we're going to talk. Actually, I'm going to move on to that to the last. I think it'll be easier. The next one here we have is the Demon Creature from Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. You guys can see it there. This was numbered 48 out of 60. I'll show you guys the back. So we will set this one down and see if we can find this one online. Okay, so it's called Demon Creature. Okay, so this one last sold in November for $150 shipped. Prior to that, about the same, $150 plus $29 shipping. So I'm going to go kind of the middle of the rung here. I'm going to say this is a $130 figure. I think that would be a fair price for that. The thing with distinctive dummies is they're either going to tank in price or they're going to continue to go up. So it's hard to really determine which ones will really skyrocket and stay up there. If you're going to start collecting these, I would say go for the ones that you really like and the characters you really like. Because if you're just buying these based on the cost and if they're going to increase in value, I don't really think that's a good strategy for these types of things. I tend to have a lot of them because I do work with distinctive dummies, and I'm friends with Martin, so I tend to buy stuff, even though it's necessarily not ones that I would want. But if you are going to start a collection of these, they are really, really cool figures. I would say go for the stuff that you really like. So I'm going to put this down as DD. Was it Don't Be Afraid of the Dark? Sorry, my dog. Be afraid of the dark. Demon creature. And what did we say? I said 130. So we'll say 130 for that. And we'll put it in the box. Okay, up next is, this was an exclusive for Pallbearer Express. Express. Pallbearer Press. This was the Coffin Joe figure. You guys can see there. Very, very cool figure. This was out of 100. And I actually picked this up at TFW last year from Pallbearer Press. So it was really cool to get that from them. So let's see if I can find this. Coffin Joe. Coffin Joe. Okay, well, this last sold on December 14th. It says $250, but it was slashed, so a best offer was accepted for, and then $12 shipping, so that would be $262. I know this is one of the harder ones to get. I know they're not like easy to come by, so I'm gonna say, to be fair, I don't want to go over $200 for this because I can't prove that. So I'm gonna say this is a $180 figure. How's that sound? So DD Coffin Joe. Coffin Joe. 180. Okay. So we will put that in the bin. We have 3 more. Excuse me, my allergies are crazy, so if I'm sniffling. This next one is probably one of my favorite ones in the entire collection. It actually came with something else. I forgot to grab it. Let me grab it quick. I keep this one displayed, but what we have here is the McCready Thing figure. This was number 51 out of 70, and it also came with a spider head, a resin spider head. I do keep this one out displayed with some of my other pieces, so this won't be going in the box together, but and I will never sell this, so I'm not worried about trying to keep them together right now at this point. So I'll put that there. Let me put this back up here so it's safe. Okay, that's good. All right, so let's look up the Distinctive Dummies thing. Let's see. Okay, I am not seeing this one. This one is not even showing up. Let me try the not sold items and see what comes up. Okay, wow, I'm not seeing this one pop up at all. So this one must be a really, really popular one and people aren't really selling it. Which I would agree with. I think if you got this one, or if you ever have an opportunity to buy this one, it's definitely one to hold on to. It's going to be one of the better ones. So this one's going to be hard to value. I really have no idea with this one. I would say it would be a poor decision to say that this is the value of what I bought it for, because I know it's worth way more than that. But I think it would be stupid for me to be like, oh, this is $300. So I'm actually not going to value this one at this time. I'm going to keep this one back on the shelf and not put it in the bin until I can find a better comparison value to it. So I'm going to set this one back in the shelf, and it will live right there until we can get back to it at a later date to see if other things sell. So I'm going to put that one as, put DD the Thing. No value at this time. Okay. So up next, we have 2 Creepshow pieces that we're going to do, and actually I have 2 more Creepshow pieces that are coming from DD on the way. So in the next week or 2, whenever they show up, I will do an unboxing and show you guys the other 2 in the line. But first this is the comic book version of the Creeper in Creepshow. The first one with the blue face. Hopefully when I color correct the video, you guys can see this stuff really well, but just kind of show you that. This was 49 out of 60. So I'll set that there. Let's see if we can find it. So Creepshow. Let me go to sold. Okay. Okay, so this one last sold on December 25th for $119 plus $10 shipping. So that's what, $130. Another time it sold for $100 plus $10 shipping. Another time it was $90 for $10 shipping back in November. So I'm going to go solid. I'm going to say this is a $95 figure. I'm going to go right in the middle of that. So I'm going to say DD Creepshow comic book Creeper. I'm going to say 95. I think that's fair for that. So again, we will put this in the bin. We have one more for today's video. This is another one from Creepshow, but this one is Creepshow 2. This is the Creep, but this is not the comic book version. So this is the one that you'll see in the beginning of the film, on the back of the newspaper truck, kind of throwing out the newspapers. So like old creepy looking guy. This was number 30 of 60. Just kind of show you guys that stuff too. So let's look up this one and see what this went for. I'll do Creepshow 2. Alright, I am not seeing this one come up either. That's really odd. Usually you see at least 1 or 2 popping up, but I am not seeing one for this particular one. So let me try to do unclick out of sold items, and let's see if there's any for sale currently and what people are asking. Let's try that. Yeah, that's really odd. I remember a couple months ago when this first came out, they were all over the place, and now it looks like you don't even see them anymore. So yeah, this one also is not coming out. So I'm going to value this the same as the other one. I think most Creepshow ones in this line, what I would say would go around that $95 to $100 mark. I think that's an everyday would sell price that's fair for that. So I'm going to go DD Creepshow 2, and I'll just say the Creep 95. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it looks like we put 8 figures in the bin for today. So this is gonna finally seal up this first bin. I'll do a total and put it in the end of this video what that total amount of value is in this entire bin. So it'll capture the first 3 videos of the purging, and I'll give you, like I said, a total value of everything we came up with, and kind of show you, and then I'll mark on top of the bin like what that value is as of today's date. So I want to say thanks guys for tuning into these videos. I love you as always. Please continue to follow my content. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. Please leave me a like and a comment and let me know about the things that you saw in today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you guys enjoyed this content and would like to see future episodes of Horror in Me, please subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to keep in contact with me to see more of my content, you can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search Horror in Me. See you guys next time.